Showtime. It's showtime, baby. Ha! Oops. What up, everybody?
Good morning. Happy Sunday. Hello.
We got the Cosmic Jive. I like this. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I hope everyone's been having a great weekend. Get your coffee or however you get caffeinated. Get it ready.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say that I like this hot coffee tip I've been on.
Ooh, back to the hot, huh?
Well, just for this. Like, not typically, you know, but for this, it gets me fucking, yeah!
Oh, okay.
Good morning. Mel's got her coffee.
Get you fired up, dude. See, I couldn't. I'd be getting too sweaty with the hot coffee. No, thanks.
Gotta crank the AC. All right. Hope everyone is doing well today. You're here for us to break all of the secrets. What up,
Flat Route
King?
exposed.
What do we got today? So we've got some Anisa Creator Clash, idubbbz drama as per usual. That's pretty regular.
We got a quota to meet now.
Some developments there. Let's see. We've also got Antonio Brown and Aiden Ross news. Kevin can give us the update on some who the fuck Antonio Brown is.
Well, with Antonio Brown and Aiden Ross, I assume, Danny, that's some sort of massive political summit, right? Those two are getting together to discuss philosophy and potentially world peace, I imagine.
Yeah.
Brain power in that room.
Somebody needs to talk about world peace, that's for sure.
Ain't that the truth?
All right. So yeah, the meeting of the minds there with AB, Antonio Brown, and Aiden Ross. We'll get to some of that. Get to some Ethan Klein threatening people. Love that.
Hey, we got another quota too, right? Like let's go. We don't even have to look for the content anymore, Danny. It's just okay. So we're gonna part 7 of Ethan threatening lawsuits, and part 8 of Ian and Anisa. I love it.
I thought of going in the direction of that dude, that Millhouse dude. That
Bad
Ethan
empanada?
always is. No.
I mean, put some glasses on that dude and tell me he doesn't look like Millhouse. But all right, I rest my case.
No, this guy is the guy that Ethan's been hating on and saying looks like Millhouse. And Millhouse here, I've been thinking about taking our channel in this direction where we just exclusively do like an H3 like after show. It's like every time that they go live, he does like a new Ethan Klein and Harley Morenstein, AB and Lena, AB, Hassan and Ethan. Ethan reacts to Content Cop. I mean, we've done some of these, but like this guy is like AB stands up for Loner Box, Ethan Klein versus Noah Sampson, Sam Cedar versus Ethan Klein.
Ooh, he certainly has a type.
There's one that's not Ethan, okay? Chilling with my girlfriend.
Oh, name dropper. Okay, first of all.
So I was thinking about taking our channel in that kind of direction, but we'll see. I mean, you know.
Getting a lot of support in chat. It can be, instead of a waiting room for Hassan, we can be an exit
waiting
lobby
room for okay. Exit lobby for who? Who's shit?
H3, right? Is that what you were saying? We're just gonna be like, we're gonna recap. We're gonna do a 2-hour live stream talking about whatever they just talked about. What do they do? That lolcow rewind, H3 rewind.
No, I was thinking that we are the lobby, the waiting room for that guy that do not.
Oh, just for him. Okay. Yeah, right. I like that. Okay.
Right. We'll like guess which one, like what thing that happened this week that he's going to talk about. It's like, okay, this week Millhouse is going to talk about how Ethan said, he started singing that new Kanye single on his stream and he's been accused of being a Nazi.
Oh man, that does sound like a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah. Hardly work.
That didn't happen. I'm just kidding. Okay. And if it
H3
did,
rewind,
I
or
didn't see it.
as I would call it, All right.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
See what I did there?
I see what you did there. So,
I need more caffeine. Don't mind me.
Also, Theo Von, Matt Walsh, Morg Pie, and Donald Trump, as usual. We always have to have a hot Trumper, okay? That's what I call my shits.
I was gonna say, is that like a Cleveland steamer?
A hot Trumper. So here's the hot Trumper for today.
When you're rich, they'll let you do it, okay? You just say, I'm dropping a Donald, all right?
When you're rich like me, or what's his name? Vince McMahon. His wife let me take a dump on her one time.
That wasn't his wife, but yeah.
Shit episode again.
We did it. 6 minutes.
We can't help ourselves.
It's not a new record, but it's close. Might have made the podium.
Yeah, right. Shouts out to Poland Spring, executive producer. I'm going to get an email about today's episode already. Okay. Hope we're sounding good, everybody. Let us know if we're not. Appreciate you, poops and butts. Yeah, you are, Kevin. You're turning orange again. Your Trump,
I did it.
Your Trump impressions gonna have to come out today. You're gonna have to give me some, okay?
Okay. Okay.
But here you can react. You can explain yourself as Trump here after we watch this clip. Okay, that's what I want from you.
All right.
So let's move forward like you are him. Okay, so sir, we saw in the news. I want to show you this clip.
From which news?
Not the fake news. Okay, this is your news. This is Fox News. You're on the news. In fact, this is actually you speaking. So I'm curious to see you refute what you said here. But I don't know if you guys saw, Trump dropped the N-word on Fox News the other day. And boy, a lot of heat he's getting for dropping such, the dreaded N-word. Let's listen, okay? the dreaded N-word.
Next one's going to be, what? The N-word. You know what the N-word is, right?
Nuclear.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
You want to clean that up? No, it's the N-word. That's a bit right? Used in a nuclear sense. That's the worst thing that can happen. Next one's going to be
So the N-word in the nuclear sense is about the worst thing that could happen, Can you explain yourself? Why would you say such a thing on live television?
I don't know if I can commit to this bit, but that was hilarious.
Well, you got to think fast up there when you're on Fox News and the N-word,
Why would that? I've never heard of nuclear is referred to as the N-word. We're taking it back, okay, for too long. This is way worse. Just imagine. Well, this will not be the last time we talk about nuclear things today, is it, Danny? I tread lightly because not everyone is a fan of nuclear jokes, so we won't be making any World War II jokes here too soon.
That's kind of that's good that you said that. That's great to transition into our first, I guess, story of the day, which. Ethan Klein threatening. What was the second? I shouldn't make this joke. See, they're criticizing him for making this joke. I shouldn't make the joke, right? How stupid am I leading into the segment where I'm going to make the joke that the guy we're about to watch is getting in controversy for making?
Choose a side, bud. You got to choose a side.
Foot mouth.
We're going to make comedy legal again.
So, okay. I didn't watch this episode, so I unfortunately can't give the context like I normally could, but I guess on Friday's episode, Ethan announced that he's going to do a content nuke, the follow-up, okay? So I've got two interesting clips. They're kind of both saying the same thing. It's like he's talking about the second nuke, okay? But I want you to notice the framing here, how this works on Twitter. This is Yeet, obviously, who's he says TMZ for streamers. So I mean, I feel like that's very true. And he has a certain bias. You can kind of see it here. But he says Ethan announces that he has a follow-up to the content nuke coming out soon. Spent the past few days filming it and editing it. Let's listen to this, and then I'll show you another clip about the nuke, but you'll notice a little different.
I took the whole middle of the week off because I wanted to focus on filming a video. I'm happy to report that I got done what I wanted to do. We filmed it. It came out good. It's just a matter, I'm going to edit it up. A few other things need to coincide. And then, my friends, let's just say, well, you remember how what happened after the first nuke in World War II?
Oof. Yeah. It's not always a bad idea to write jokes out ahead of time. Like if you know you're going to pitch something and you took 3 days off to work on it, it's not the end of the world, Danny, to spend 10 minutes writing a sentence as to how you'll transition. Otherwise, you might find yourself scrambling like, wait, okay. Well, there's going to be a joke here somewhere. You know what my audience will love? Nuclear war jokes. Yeah, that'll track. This is good.
Well, okay. This is kind of something that I wanted to talk about. It's like, is it too soon to make the joke? Is this joke I mean, like, I've heard a Holocaust joke before. I mean, they're not in good taste by any means, but
what? It would be very uncouth if someone had a running Holocaust joke in their live stream that went on for several months. That would be abhorrent.
We would never
Those
say
things
it.
Should never be encouraged. Okay, we should never joke about things that make us sad. Okay, that's not an acceptable way to cope.
Kids these days, the new hip thing is a 9/11 joke. There's like tens of hundreds of TikTok accounts that exclusively do fucking 9/11 jokes, memes about this is my 9/11, or like, the second something hit the tower, blah, blah, blah. You've seen all the memes, okay? Is it too soon to make a nuclear bomb joke? I mean, it's different than it's certainly different than those streamers that go to Japan and then they just start yelling like Hiroshima and Nagasaki and shit. That's kind of fucked up. I mean, the joke.
Agreed. Yeah. Is that a joke? Is it a joke to scream? Like if you walk up to a vet and just scream Pearl Harbor, is that a joke?
That's not a joke. Okay. That's fucked up. And I mean, like I said, this joke probably fucked up, but it is a joke. So I mean, like, okay, let's hear him out.
There was a second nuke.
That's right. There was a second nuke. These things come in pairs, Dan.
Gotcha.
Still doesn't explain Tower 7.
You hear that?
But it's not like branded as another nuke,
Say what?
right? Like the type of video or the title, is it? And
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's just metaphorically.
Again, work this
It
out
could
ahead
be.
of time.
That'd be maybe a
It's
fun
the
way to
worst
label it.
promo ever.
The second nuke.
You
has
guys are
dropped.
married.
What did idubbbz say? He said, this is not a fucking dumping ground, okay? Come
Well,
on,
it's
this
just
isn't
like-
a podcast. No, I'm
The last time I saw this was
I
when
love
a
it.
fully concussed Ian was trying to promote his Froggy Fresh content cop on this very program, and he couldn't get the words out because his brain was still pudding. And Anisa had to say, and then you could see the light, and he goes, oh, yeah, it's a content cop. But in this case, I assume neither Ethan or Hila have a concussion. So why they couldn't have, again, just worked out how they were going to promote this video ahead of time is beyond me, dude. You've got a $20,000 button to stop you from saying dumb things, and you can't spend 3 minutes on a promo.
Kevin.
I'm sorry. I'm focused on the wrong point again, aren't I, Danny? Shit.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You guys are nobody knows what the fuck is coming. It's gonna be so fantastic.
Oh, I bet
You guys-
I know
I'm
it's
giddy with excitement.
So, okay, think about it this way. Okay, maybe it's gonna be like where where idubbbz, there was no way that he could do a content cop on Ethan. Maybe there's like a knife, a dagger, Ethan stabbing in like one of his good friends here that he's about to do. He's like, you'll never guess.
content
He's
nuke idubbbz. You'll never see it coming.
My bet you never would guess that I'd make a shit video about my best friend idubbbz.
Content nuke A, B, and Lena. You betraying bastards.
In this video, I'm firing all of my employees.
Yeah.
Here's why. They
Content
didn't
nuke Dan. All the times Dan has stifled my creativity by being the joke police.
You know, when Froggy Tonic said all that terrible stuff about my kids eating shit, I didn't see one Dan post. Did I see Lena come out on Instagram and say, hey, fuck that guy? No. Okay. Where was Zach, the sound guy's post about, Froggy Tonic? They're all fired. Okay. That's what you didn't see coming. The entire staff done. Smoked. Okay. But no. But here, let's watch this. Now, this is like in the same conversation here, little bit different framing here. Yeet didn't seem to really have any kind of issue with the joke being made. These guys, however, we like to be fair and balanced. So look at both sides. Psychedelic Socialist posts this clip and says, Ethan defends nuking Japan. Quote, they had an opportunity to surrender and they didn't. That's what happens. Oh my gosh, I just need to not. Okay, this is terrible.
Again, let's don't take your history notes from Ethan. I mean, don't take them from us either.
This ain't history class, Kevin.
But
no.
Yeah.
No, but here, okay. Babylon Marduk, Little Lilith, Leftist Dracula. Wow, what a fucking look at that. That's a name.
A couple of those were demon names, Danny. So I don't know. You might want to sprinkle some holy water after the show. Something's in your house right now, just because you know
what's with
in that order.
What's with all these people having such a bad time with this Hail Hitler song from Kanye, but we've got people like Lil Nas X doing music videos with Satan. What's the deal?
Oh, dude, you're right there.
An actual Jerry Seinfeld show,
dude. You're about 2 months away from being a feature in the Lady Baller sequel. You keep this path going. Keep it up.
No, but anyways, Babylon says, I almost want to come out of my hiatus early. I don't even know who this is. So apparently this is somebody serious. They're taking a break, but they're about to come out of hiatus. Okay?
This is Wanda Maximoff coming up with Thanos right now.
You're about to make me break it back out again.
Oh, you're about to bring Babylon Marduk out of retirement, dude. I didn't want to do it. But you made me do it.
Yeah, like what wrestler can we compare this to? Is this like the Hulk Hogan comes out for his out of his retirement for his next steel cage match
to sell some beer? Yeah, he was right. Hell yeah, brother.
But this says, I almost want to come out of my hiatus early to explain how absolutely barbaric this man is. Making light of Hiroshima feels like making light of the Holocaust and other related events. People are too quick to jokey joke about it. I mean, like, you couldn't be more like concerned. Like, I don't even know what you call it. It's not a troll because it seems like they're being serious, but like you're too quick to be jokey joke about something that happened how many years ago, Kevin? Okay. How many decades?
You can't joke about it. You can't. Yeah. What is the time? Can I get a graph of when it's acceptable for me to make jokes about things? I would really like to know, because things that happened 40 years before I was born feel like they should be in play, but maybe it's sort of like a trademark issue. Maybe somebody keeps buying up the rights that says, no, you can't joke about this. We've got to wait. They're like the JFK files. We can only joke about there's certain classified, redacted elements of this that you're not allowed to joke about.
Apparently, we've got stand-up comedians in the crowd here. VW says, I tried one of these jokes at an open mic, but I bombed.
Boom.
That's right. Bombed, Kevin.
Oh, I get it. I see it. I see what you did there. Hey, shout out Kang, member for an entire year.
Woo! What were we doing this time last year? Who knows? Probably some interviews, honestly. This time last year, I think we were doing interviews. And buckle up, Buckaroo, because I'm going to try to get some very soon, people, if you liked that. I got to reach out to people. We've had this like Mother's Day weekend, and then this episode was close to the other episode since we did it on a Tuesday. So I don't know. I've been rushed to schedule anything, but it's coming, people. Anyways, let's see what Babylon Marduk's going to get all mad about here. What Ethan said around the same clip we just watched prior.
What was the second nuke in Japan? It was Nagasaki.
Nagasaki. Yeah, it's a pretty tragic event.
So this is going to lead into.
Oh, and here comes Dan. Here come the fun police.
We saw parts of this, but it's going to lead into like he tries to explain himself, I guess, or they talk it out a little bit more. Just listen.
I just asked him, which was the second one?
It was Nagasaki.
Yeah. It's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Significantly.
Well, I mean, we make fun of Pearl Harbor.
The bombing of Nagasaki.
We make fun of Pearl Harbor.
I love how the sound effect guy is going to war with Dan right now. Like, you got Dan trying everything he can to be like, Ethan, this isn't funny. You shouldn't go down this path. Meanwhile, the sound effect guy's doing bomb sounds and rim shots. Like, fuck you, Dan. It's funny, and I'll do what I want. Again, 5 minutes, a 5-minute pre-production meeting would have saved you from all of this, Ethan. Just say, hey, this is how we're going to promo it. Anybody got any good ideas? Should I make a Nagasaki joke? Any issues? Anybody got an issue if I do that here?
This
but
makes
I'm loving
me laugh.
It. Do
this
it live.
Makes me laugh. Time. Like, I like, I agree. I think so. Because like, it's honestly funny to see him be he's so unhinged some of these times. And they have to like really, I mean, Kang said it in chat. They have to reel him in. Dan has to be there like every time being like, no.
Dude, poor guy. He might have the toughest job in the world. It's like him and the dudes who do air traffic control. Like, it's right up there.
Here, let's listen to some more. I guess it gets worse.
Yeah. It's kind of on a different scale.
Yeah, kind of. There's a lot of people.
I need to see the
like
scale.
What, like 200,000 or something?
Yeah, on the low end, probably.
Okay, see, now we're speculating.
So. Let me ask ChatGPT.
It's like when you include all of the radiation deaths and cancers and stuff.
They're like 200,000 people died. He's like, nah, wait, hold up.
That's maybe on the low end. That's an estimate. Let me ask Grok.
The reason why, like, if somebody tried to make this same, like, they were being ridiculous like he is right now, but was talking about the Holocaust and those numbers, I think that Ethan would be mad about it. Which, I mean, fair enough. He's Jewish. I get it. But, like, I think if somebody was like, if there was a different podcast in the same kind of setting where somebody was like, you know, oh, however many fucking millions of people died in the Holocaust. And then the guy was like, wait, hold up. Are you sure there's that many people died in the Holocaust? Really? Okay, come on. I got to fact check this real quick.
Jamie, pull that up.
If Ethan saw like Hassan in that situation, and he would watch that on his show and be like, this fucking anti-Semite. I think there is a little bit of that
Kev, press the button. We need a button.
Press the button.
America deserved Pearl Harbor, dude. I'm saying it. I don't even care. All right.
6 million 6 million Jews died. Are you sure about that? I gotta look that up. No, seriously.
At Grok, is this true?
Oh, significant.
Can I offer a positive spin on the nuclear bomb dropping?
No, I always think
A positive spin is that?
He says, "Can I give a positive spin on the nuclear bombs?" And then they're no. You hear like 3 different no's from the. Don't say it.
Don't even try. He's like, come on, man. Now we're workshopping now. Come on, we're almost out of this.
Yeah, seriously, just stop. If you shut up for 2 seconds, we can get out. We can pivot from the nuclear bomb jokes. Okay, let's get into something else.
people underestimate. Like that's the craziest shit ever. The double fucking juicer magooser like that. That's insane.
I
Yeah.
don't
Well,
know
there
what
was a
that guy
few
just
days-
said. Dude,
The
was that
young
English?
kids in his staff realizing that, oh shit, the nukes dropping was really bad, dude. Can you believe that? And then they dropped 2. He's like,
Did he just say the second nuke was a juicer magooser?
it's like a revelatory moment for him. He's like, man, yeah, for real, like 2 juicer magoosers in a row.
But when you think about it, guys, like ending the war was pretty skibbity riz. I don't know that maybe he needed that juicer magooser.
Oh God, fucking kill me
Dude,
now.
I'm
dude.
dying. What happened?
Days between the two.
Oh, okay.
There was.
I mean, they had the opportunity to surrender, and they were not surrendering. I mean, that is what
further-
happened.
Who's this guy? Work for the CIA?
It looks
Jeez.
like it, right? Why I'm starting to wonder with some of his outfits. He's coming in here looking
Yeah.
like fucking James Bond.
I work
He's
for
like,
Lockheed Martin.
Let
What's
me
going
tell
on here?"
you. Let me tell you about World War II, okay? There were a couple days in between the nukes, okay? We gave them a chance, all right? They didn't take the chance. You know, whose fault is it?
Yeah, they had every opportunity to make this stop.
So what do you think about that? It's just so funny to see the juxtaposition again of, like, you know, someone that is obviously pro Ethan being like, here's him talking about the nuke that's his second nuke video or whatever, and they just completely gloss over that joke. But then you've got the tone police, you know, that are like, yo, dude, did he really just justify the nukes?
That's a tough angle. I would think that all of that stuff can be joked about at this point, and maybe I'm wrong for that. And
Oven
that's
Dodger
fine.
jokes, Kevin, really?
I'll get my flack for it. That's fine. But I don't agree that there are certain topics that you can't joke about for eternity. Maybe I shouldn't say I don't agree. I don't know that that's one of them. I think. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that's off limits that I wouldn't make a joke about because it's a joke. Like it's not.
I can't believe he just said that, Kevin.
Did I
It's
just
for
say
real?
that?
Did you just say
What?
that? Holy
Oh
shit!
no,
dude.
I'm done.
I mean,
cooked.
This might be the last episode after that.
It's over.
No, but keep
Wait,
that
more
thought.
poop and butt stuff to get pulling out of here.
Keep that. No. We're gonna just lean into this. We're just gonna lean into this. Keep the thought in your head, like, oh, is something off limits to joke about? Blah blah blah. We've got Matt Walsh. Okay, what type of joke do you think Matt Walsh could muster up? Well, it's not actually a joke. You'd think it is. You'd think somebody sharing something like this is so obviously stupid or making a joke, one or the other. So Matt Walsh says, people who look like that, okay, in this picture, and you'll see this picture bigger here in a second. People who look like that have been living in the Americas for 5 centuries. If 5 centuries is not long enough to qualify as a native, then how long do you need? If the answer is that your ancestors have to actually originate from the place, then nobody is native to anywhere. So where do you draw the line? Okay, this is kind of like the where do you draw the line with the jokes? Okay, yeah, where do you draw the line?
Someone please start drawing more lines for me, please.
well, you could draw lines on this picture, and Matt might understand what's going on here.
Do not draw the lines on the picture. Oh my God, dude. Okay, like this is, as Kang points out here, this is obviously AI. I think I noticed the AI before I noticed what the base image for the AI was. And this, those are aliens. Yeah. I just, wow. Is this marketing? What's the plan here, Dave? This couldn't have just been pure stupidity.
This was an accident. Genuine. He actually, like, he's so oblivious to what this picture was and this entire situation that the post is still up days later. He works for the Daily Wire, the biggest fucking, the most prominent Jewish man in right-wing news online. He works for. He shares a swastika, an AI-generated swastika family. Clearly, I mean, we could scroll through these comments, and I'm sure it's people just being savage, you know. And no, still not taken down. Still, this one's still up.
His apology, but it was basically F off, not sorry.
5 days ago.
Like this, I love how the AI is trying to counter attack us by having everybody put their hands underneath something. Like, oh, they can't count the fingers if everybody's hiding their hands.
You're right, dude. This is a AI conspiracy, isn't it? They're
this
like,
is
okay,
how Skynet gets going.
Got to stop showing the fingers. That's how we do it. There's some fingers in here. Can you explain the picture, Kevin?
I cannot.
A sweet, you know, blue-eyed, blonde-haired family. You know, that's quite the coincidence too. You know, the swastika, and they're also like the what do they say? The prime race, I guess. What Hitler thought.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Prime. It was brought to you by Logan Paul.
Yeah. Yes. So this is what bad family.
I love that. That's
a
joke right up my alley. Thank you.
So I'll just say that Matt was making he was just making a joke, guys. Okay. That's why it's still up. He's like, dude, they just don't get me. Okay.
He's saying Nazis have been here for 5 centuries. Okay. At what point are we not the natives? That's how I read it. So
I'm not seeing anything wrong with that picture.
Whoa, too soon, Danny. It's too soon. You're not allowed to joke about that until 2045. It's the century mark. That's what I just learned. There's the line.
You know what they say about one bad joke, Kevin? You got to follow it up with another bad joke. Kind of like something else.
The only way out is through, Danny.
Let's move on. So, can you imagine getting bitched up? Can you imagine? Okay, like it's been years now since I did the bar scene or whatever, but you know, my buddies and our couples would go out to the bars sometimes and chill. On every occasion, you know, somebody else's group of buddies butts up against your group of buddies, and it never turns out well for the other group of buddies when it's my buddies.
Yeah, unless, you know, especially if one of them's carrying a pineapple around, then it gets very awkward.
But anyways, like you've been at the bar with your friends and there's been some kind of, they said, I heard that motherfucker say something about my girl or whatever, you know, or they picked up my pack of cigarettes, these motherfuckers, let's get them. God
damn hot. Left my jewel in there. Everybody trying to beat me up. I was damn hot.
So it's been years since this kind of thing has happened to me, but can you imagine being at the bar and you hear your buddies over in the corner and they're like, you hear them start chirping. You already know because you've been to the bar with these motherfuckers before. So you hear him start chirping, you're like,
yes, that's
"Fuck."
why. It was definitely. I was never a chirper. Wasn't me. Nope.
We're talking about me and my wife sitting at the bar, and Kevin's over here about to roll up his sleeves. But no, could you imagine, we're sitting, we're chilling, and like two of my knucklehead friends are in the back, and you hear them start raising their voice, and you're like, oh, fuck, dude. What are they getting into back here? And you see your buddy, and he's just fucking right in Theo Vaughn's face, just fucking laughing about something or carrying on about something. And you watch your buddy just get absolutely shut the fuck up by Theo Vaughn at the bar. What a night, what a night it would be. This doesn't happen at the gay bar. Fair enough.
Probably
okay,
true,
well,
yeah.
That's there's the testosterone levels are different at a straight bar. I guess.
Yeah, here we have this is what happens when a dude's trying to impress someone who's, I'm gonna guess, not his girlfriend, but he's thinking, if I can peacock in front of Theo Vaughn here, this might do it. This might
You
seal
think
the
that's
deal.
it? You think he's like, he reaches over to his girl, he's like, watch, dude, I'm about to fucking make a fool of Theo Vaughn.
You're talking about a young man who has his keys clipped to the hip of his pants. So yes, based on that and the shirt choice, I do think he's out here for one reason and one reason only. He's got the shirt open, dude. He's showing off the taco meat. Like, he's here to party.
I like that. I'm with that. That's me at the bar, dude. If you got like a compilation of pictures of me when I was like really partying, like in college, I got the hamburger out, it happened.
Oh, of course, you got to.
But it was because mostly when I would go out and party, I'd be in a white like V-neck.
Yes, dude.
I had I clipped my sunglasses to my deep V, dude, and I'm out fucking.
Oh, let's go with corduroy shorts on. Let's go, pal.
No, it's the cargo. The other C,
Oh,
I was that
okay.
kind of dude, I was like closer to
You need
I guess
somewhere
you
to
could
keep the party favors, right?
I gotta keep my keys somewhere. I gotta keep, a wallet, drugs, a bowl, maybe. My cigarettes back then, Yeah. But anyways, I want to see this guy get bitched up by fucking Theo Vaughn. Let's watch. Let's see if this bar scene looks familiar to any of y'all out there.
Oh, he goozled him.
But what do you think is what is this? He comes up to him, he's like, hey dude, I think your lady's sexy and I'm about to steal her, bitch. And he's like, oh, fuck you are. Like, what the fuck is this exchange that leads to him just grabbing him by the Adam's apple?
I can't imagine what he's like. Your show sucks, bro. I don't know. What do you say that gets you goozled?
Bitch.
Like that? He straight Darth Vadered him.
Well, because that's an attack. I mean, that's not just a fucking me. Okay, honestly, me at the bar, if I was with my buddies, and we're getting in some kind of confrontation and somebody pushed me, like I would be pissed. I'd be pissed, but I could probably be calmed down by my buddies around and be like, they're like, dude, it's not worth it. Like, you don't need to fucking jack this guy up and get in trouble. You got pushed, whatever. We can move on. I could probably move on from that. But you jiggle my fucking Adam's apple up. You like karate chop me in the throat, dude. It's on. It's on, bro. This is over, dude. This is like touching my face. You know what I mean? Like if I was at a bar and somebody like touched my face, it's fucking goblin mode. It's sicko mode, dude.
Oh, okay.
Nuts.
Look out.
I'm going off. You can't
going for
touch
the
me in
knees.
some places, There's certain places, no touchy, okay?
Right. Yeah, those are no-no zones.
And my
Can't do that.
goozle, That's definitely a no-no zone.
I think this dude, I don't know what he said, but I think he was trying to get a rise out of Theo. And unfortunately, I saw this in the wild before today's show. So there is some evidence to my claim, but I believe that he was, I don't know if he thought maybe if he told a joke at Theo's expense, Theo would laugh about it because he seems to be a pretty easygoing guy from whatever clips I've seen in his podcast. I haven't experienced a lot of Theo Von's content, to be fair. So I don't know. He just seems like the guy who's really trying to put off that everyman persona, like, oh shucks, I'm just a simple good old boy. I'm one of the boys, you know, I'm a part of the gang. And then you go out to a bar and a good old boy, one of the gang, wants to talk to you like you're actually one of his friends, and it turns out you're actually this millionaire kind of stuck up asshole, and you goozle a guy is probably what happened. But I'm not going to go full defense for a dude wearing that shirt with his keys attached to his belt loop.
Yeah, dude.
He's
got
definitely
other issues. Definitely.
got some douche aura going on. I can see it emanating from him, like he's Super Saiyan.
Just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm.
I think he whispered here.
So yeah, I could see this. Okay, it's like fucking this nerd comes up to him and he's like, "I think you're cute," and he's like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" And then he repeated himself. You know, he's like, I think you're cute, dude. I just thought I'd come up and tell you." And he's like, "Motherfucker,
Like, get away from me!" Who sent you?
I ain't gay. Hey, I told you I ain't gay. I told you I ain't gay. Get your ass out of here. I told you I ain't gay.
See, there's a part there, and it's kind of hard to hear, but I'm pretty sure the guy with the balloon says, "I was fucking with you." I think he says it. I think he says it twice.
I mean, look how pissed he is.
Yeah, what did he go there? He said, "Hey, nice mullet, Billy Ray Cyrus." What could he have said to piss him off like this?
You never want to make a guy with a mullet make this kind of face at you, okay? That's never good news.
Got his balloon stuck too, so now he's trapped. Now he can't get out of Theo's reach if Theo really wants to come back, because he has demonstrated thus far a unwillingness to get rid of these balloons. Everyone has been asking him, they're like, "Drop the balloons.
Give me that purdy throat. Get that purdy throat over here. I want it.
It's my birthday, damn it. I'm not losing my balloons. I just wanted to meet Theo Von for my birthday."
That's awesome. Yeah, he's got
my neck.
"Hey, can I get your autograph?" And he's like, "Get your fucking ass out of here. I'll fucking
I'm on vacation, you son of a bitch. Will I come off as some approachable everyman to you? Get out of here.
Are balloons inherently gay? I mean, are rainbows inherently gay? Okay. And yeah, Mel says there's a balloon fetish. Okay. There are guys and girls that are into the balloon. Okay. I know this. I've seen this online. Twitter full of freaks. Okay. And every once in a while, you get one of these where it's like a lady in spandex farting on a giant balloon and it like pops underneath her. And it says "ad" up in the corner, like somebody promoted this post so that everybody on Twitter would see it.
Oh my God. You know, that was a horrible thing to learn. You know, it's not every day you learn about new kinks watching an episode of Bob's Burgers. But yes, I learned about the balloon popping fetish in the most unexpected of ways.
Balloon fuckers.
What in the hell?
Your algorithm is crazy. Harl's, let me tell you. You don't even know. Okay. I mean, honestly, I'll tell you the truth. If you want a little, we'll stop joking for a second and tell you something honest here. I'm about to just be done with Twitter. I don't know how often you're on Twitter or whatever, but you know, I engage on it a lot for the show. And I mean, I use that as an excuse. I like to fuck around and piss people off, you know, whatever. But God damn, dude, something about Twitter lately and my algo's fucked up. I've been getting less of the farting balloon women. And it's like tragedies. It's tragedies and it's people acting like fuck dumbasses. It's like my my algorithm has picked up that like this is we know that you hate this all. Here's everything you fucking hate. And it's been driving me insane. And it's like between all the stuff that I hate too, it's these very sad posts about like people living in fucking Gaza or whatever and getting fucked by all the shit that's going on over there. My Twitter is a fucking cesspool, dude. I mean, I feel mad and then bad. And I can't. Do I need that in my life? Do I need to be on that shit for this fucking to research? It's just like once a week, I feel like I need to get on Twitter to research some shit for the show.
Yeah, and then just stay away the rest of the time. I just get basketball and headbug talking about Sam. I'm. It seems like a lot of the audience is with you, and I am as well. I've actually contemplated removing my Twitter handle from the stream because I'm already not on it a lot. So in a way, it's inviting people to follow me in a place where I'm not very active. But yeah, it doesn't seem to do much. I mainly use it to find stories for shows, right? So we have the Dweeb stream as well. So I'm looking for updates and movie trailers and all that. But most of the time, it's like it's designed to get you fired up and angry and get you in an emotional state. So you'll bypass logic and reason and just spend more time arguing with bots online.
Maybe that's maybe there's a Twitter beef that these guys are in. You think?
You didn't like my tweet, bro. I tagged you.
He's
Maybe
like,
you know what happened? His dude got a very subpar cameo. I think that's what happened here. Like, dude, I paid you $100.
Oh.
You call me Timmy, and my name's Jimmy. And it's so stupid.
Fuck Theo Vaughn. Okay, fuck him for a second. You reminded me of something. Speaking of cameos, bro, I'm getting a cameo this week. Okay.
Ooh.
One time we bought, it was one of the, I forget which guy, but one of the guys from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Ryan Stiles.
I don't know, one of them, but my wife's brother got a cameo for their dad or whatever from one of those guys. And that's like the only time I've heard of anybody getting a cameo that I know, you know, obviously I know it exists and shit, but that's like the only time I've heard anybody utilizing that. Like, oh, I got a cameo for blah, blah, blah. I want to get a cameo now. And if I can find the post here, I'll show you why.
Oh boy, the anticipation.
But if I can't, I'll just tell you.
This is it.
But have you ever got a cameo? Have you ever got a cameo before?
No, I might someday, but no, there's never been one that's appealed to me enough where I'd be like, you know what, I'd pay for that.
I feel like he might have took the post down.
I might do it as like a bit for a show, you know, where I'd pay them money to say something about us or something like that. But then it would have to be like King Cobra or something. Okay, I take it all back. I have considered buying a cameo from King Cobra JFS, but that's been about the only one.
How much do you think he goes for? Like, how much does he charge for a fucking cameo? A King Cobra cameo. Is that like hundreds of dollars?
Probably like $100 now, maybe. I think Shoe Nice did him for $7 for a while. I think he might be the best, most valuable cameo if you're on a budget.
Now I've got to even look up. Well, first off, I think it's Bo Black's. Okay, it's Bo Black's. I want the fucking cameo from. It looks like he. I can't find the post. He shared a post that was like, "Hey, 50% off cameos," and it's gone. The 50% off cameos must be the sale must be over. He took the post down, but let's see if I can Bo Black's cameo on what? There we go. Nice. Okay, so it's a thing. Okay, so here, let me pull it up.
I am
Bobby.
Shocked, Danny.
Are we getting a cameo, Bobby? Okay, so it is still 50% off, so it's $10.
Oh, I mean, at that price, Danny.
Yo, this is bargain, dude. This is a fucking bargain. Bobby, I'm about to get you. I'm about to do like 10. I'm about to spend like, the budget that we've made on YouTube this year, the entire budget on Bo Black's cameo.
Get used to this season art because we're gonna run it twice. We got some cameos to buy.
I mean, okay, I'll come up off some money. Okay, I'll I'll dip some of my personal money into this.
I got, I could sell some investments and move some things around.
Maybe I'll skip rent this month. And
Ooh, I hear there's no consequence for that, Danny.
These are interesting though. Okay, so it says 50% off, $10. Okay, $20 normally. It takes up to a week to deliver. 1 5-star review. So that's nice.
From a Miss Manshi, does that say?
No, stop it. But let's see. Reason to get a video. Father's Day?
No shot.
Okay.
Why is that the first one, Danny?
Like what? Like what? I'm like,
how many dads
like,
are out
what
there
can you even
watching
ask him?
Twitterverses.
What can you even ask him? I mean, seriously, Father's Day. Okay. What can you say? Like, unless you want to get your dad some like pervy, like, hey, Bo Blacks, will you dress up and do something for like, what? Why would my dad ever want a Bo Blacks?
He doesn't even
cameo?
read tweets anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
what the fuck? These are things where I would seriously like to talk to Bo Blacks. I'd like to pick his mind about the cameo thing.
I think
What the fuck were you
this
thinking?
is what it is, Danny. This is for fathers when you have discovered that your alleged father is not your biological father, and it's some cruel secret that your mother kept hidden, tucked away in a journal. I think this would be how you would tell him, right? You'd pay Bo Blacks $10 to be like, "Hey, it's not really your kid. All right, happy Father's Day." Because otherwise, like, there's no good reason for doing this. So it'd have to be, how do I troll my dad who I hate? How do I
guess,
as cheaply as possible, just ruin his Father's Day?
there's just no father that gives a fuck or knows or cares about Bo Blacks. Now, some of these other ones, okay. Happy birthday would be all right. Okay. Graduation. Send a pep talk. If Danny had a kid, though, I could see him wanting that for Father's Day. Honestly, like, first off, like, my kid just wouldn't be old enough to know what the fuck cameo is. I feel like if I had a kid like right out of high school, okay, they could maybe be old enough now to know that I would really appreciate a Bo Black's fucking cameo, and they might.
Are you suggesting that Bo Blacks won't have the longevity to be relevant when your child is old enough to watch YouTube? You telling me he's not going to be around for 20 years on this platform?
I'll have to wait for hell to freeze over, but I want to watch one of these. Let's watch the intro. What is this?
Hello, this is Bo Black.
Here, I got to pull it up.
Blacks, aka.
Oh my gosh.
AKA what, Danny? AKA what? Danny,
gonna,
what's after the AKA?
He's not going to say it, is he? He's just going to say like Joshy or something.
Is this a Rickroll into OnlyFans?
Well, let's watch.
Hello, this is Bo Blacks, aka Bobby, here to give you an announcement with my unbrushed hair. I am on Cameo. You can get me to say anything you want. Let me speak!
Oh, shit. I knew it was going to be something like that.
Dude, yeah, instead of clipping the stream that has been memed to no end, I can pay you $10 to have you say it a second time.
Do you think you could get him a cameo to do the N-word song or whatever that he did before? The Black Lives Matter song? Or
at this point, normally I would say no to that, Danny, but at this current moment in time, it seems like he might do anything for a Sixer, you know? He is in rickety cricket territory right now.
I mean, Harles has got a point here too. Couldn't just run a brush through that for the cameo announcement, huh? I mean, how? Yeah, am I supposed to take you seriously, Bo Blacks? You want me to get a cameo from you? You can't even run a brush. Okay?
Yeah, nothing
you
screams.
Can't even get out of bed.
No effort grift. Like, I can't even bother to make myself presentable for this ad where you will give me money for nothing.
Okay, so this is, you guys are too good. Okay, if you're in the Discord or on Twitter, at me, message me, or just drop it in the Discord, all of your suggestions for Boblax videos, okay? Because you guys are on fire. Like, yeah, get him to sing Yay. Do you think I could get him to sing Hail, the Hail song?
Yes, I think you could at this moment in time.
Oh, I can't
Times
wait.
are tough.
I mean, we've got, I mean, you know, it's not an unlimited budget, guys, but like if Boblax is going to drop the N-word on Cameo for our stream, we're going to buy like 10. Okay. That's all I got to say.
Hey, yeah, I'll go into debt for cameos. That seems, why not?
I'm just kidding. He
Going
won't
to
say
debt
the
for
N-word.
Worse ideas.
I'm going to make him say,
You wait for my
I'm going to make him
list.
say much worse things than the N-word. But yeah, I mean, if I did the Kanye song, literally the 3 words in the Kanye song are
Yep,
3
you know 'em.
forbidden words.
Yep.
I could get Boblax to do all of the you know, slurs and distasteful jokes.
I imagine so.
one.
Yeah, I imagine he's gonna have to switch to an OnlyFans link for that because I just can't imagine Cameo is gonna want to let you do that particular one. And if he's at a point where he's selling $10 cameos, he is hard up for money. So you're probably gonna have a better chance getting him to like eat a bunch of weird stuff. But
I want him to reenact the scene from Ace Ventura where he comes out of the
rhino
or whatever.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. But he comes out wearing the crappy CGI rhino suit from the Craven movie.
I'm gonna send him my bunny costume, and I'm gonna have him hop around or something and sing us the Black Lives Matter song or whatever.
And at the end, he yells Donnie Darko 2, and turn it into an AI sequel.
Oh God, dude. Well, like I said, you guys are full of good ideas, so send me them, okay? We'd love to see. Shouts out to Boblax and his cameo. Go buy one. I mean, $10. What are we talking about? Okay. That's probably the highest level celebrity for the cheapest amount of money that you can get on Cameo. Probably not, honestly. I bet that like fucking, you know, some washed up motherfucker is doing $5.
I hear Chris D'Elia is doing a 3 for $12 on Cameo.
Right. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Ooh. Some cameo action from Boblax. That's how did we even get into that?
I made a cameo joke, I think, and then it
went straight from Theo Vaughn to Boblax cameos.
Yeah,
that's an interesting.
Oh, that's what it was. That dude wanted to beat up Theo because of his no effort cameo, and then you said raise, I believe, is the term.
Right. All right. Well, we've got plenty of stuff to talk about still. Okay. Some morgue pie stuff. That was interesting. Plus all of the Anisa drama and Antonio Brown, Aiden Ross boxing stuff. Let's get into the morgue pie thing. Kevin, feel free if you're wanting to take your halftime. We'll do it now. That's fine with me. We're about there.
Live.
I will show them this unfortunate clip of my father harassing Morgue Pie as she comes out of the gym the other day. This clip was so embarrassing, in fact, that my dad reached out to Yeet, and all of the posts that Yeet had made from this that I had clipped in our doc were deleted. Because my father was so upset and ashamed, he got Yeet to remove them. So here, but Morgue Pie did not. Okay, Morgue Pie kept them. She kept them up. Here's my dad. Damn, no, not seriously. This isn't my dad, but this guy was trying to pick up a lady as she walks out of the gym. Okay, this guy. He didn't take a visit to the gym to actually work out. He's just chilling in the parking lot. It's lot lizard ass he's trying to get, I guess.
What a bold strategy. I'm going to wait out in the parking lot of a gym and try to kidnap women, like, of all, again, just looking at mathematically, like the percentages are that those are the women that can defend themselves from you, idiot. You know, like you're not waiting outside of a Walmart, you're waiting outside of a gym to try to kidnap women who just finished working out, and you're gonna get fucking kickboxed in the head, which is good. I mean, I shouldn't be giving this idiot notes, but Jesus, dude, no wonder he's got the confidence.
He's like, you know what? You've got a good point, Kevin. Now I'm gonna start. I hear the schools have very vulnerable women.
Start waiting outside the Goodwills. All right, I'll be back.
So my father, folks, you're about to see him harass. No, not really my father, but some fucko harassing morgue pie. Let's watch. It says, someone just tried to kidnap me at Iron Forge in the parking lot. Not visible in the clip, but he did try to get at me. Said, that's how you want to play it, and tried to get at me. What the fuck? Okay, so we'll see a little bit of this here. Okay, so this is morgue pie. She must have been streaming already or something. She must have, I don't know. You know how these the morgue pies do, you know. She's like doing a workout stream so that the Gooner kids are like fucking, you know, tuned in. So she must have just got out of a sweaty session. The stream's still going. But check this out. I mean, and no shame in her game, by the way. I mean, you do your thing, girl, but check this out. This is fucking crazy.
I'm happy with that.
So I don't know if you heard that. I'm going to rewind it and turn it up just a tad. If it's too loud, let me know. But he asks her a question here, and it's so casually asked, like this is just normal to this guy. He's cool. He's chill with random passerbys in a parking lot, asking them out to dates. Let's see. Harl says smart kidnappers would be waiting outside of a physical therapy clinic. Really? You see, Harls, this is explicitly what we tried not to do, give anybody any ideas. So thank you for that. I'm going to wait outside the geriatric center from now on. But yeah, it does seem like she worked out in the earrings. Interesting. I didn't know you could do that.
With that.
So he says, can I take you out to dinner? Kevin, since you're here now, I guess I'll just rewind it back to that part. You can just hear this bit and we'll follow the clip through. Okay, so can I take you out to dinner?
I'm happy with that.
Can I take you out to dinner?
No, thanks.
I knew you wouldn't recognize me.
He said, I knew you wouldn't recognize me from something. I mean, look, there's a chiropractic and a fucking foot massage place. This dude is a Goomba, dude. He's chilling in the parking lot.
Dude, like the head tilt and the grin. Like, first of all, these are insane levels of confidence from this man. Almost enough to give him credit. If it were in any other scenario, you might be like, wow, I really appreciate how a dude who looks like that could have that level of confidence in approaching a person. But, you know, given the context, it's very horrible. Wow, what a psychopath. Like, the head tilt to me just gives it away. Like, this dude is a murderer because I knew you wouldn't recognize me.
King says, I would ask her that question, but I think she's fine as hell, but his approach is rough. I mean, sure, like, shoot your shot. I think there's more elegant ways to do it though than like wait for her to pass the threshold of your car and then hop out of the car and fuck, hey baby, can I take you out?
Right. And dinner after the gym. First of all, does anybody want to go do anything after the gym? And I don't know. To me, I just felt like that's a burn. That's a good one.
Is that what they call this guy? Peepaw? How much would you shit your pants? And she's like, no thanks, Peepaw. He's like, I know you wouldn't recognize me. She's like, no thanks, people.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, he was. He started as a peeper. This guy, you know.
God, that's
they
too
normally
far. It's
do.
too much.
What up, Connor? Good morning.
Biggest wombbus. You see that as her that's her Instagram tag, Morg Pie. Biggest wombbus. Do you think that's accurate?
I don't know.
The biggest wombbus?
I can't imagine. Is there a competition? Like, is this a bragging point? Ladies, let me know.
Is that
Are you all
Guinness?
talking to each other about your womb size? You know,
Do they have that in Guinness, dude? Do they have that in the record books? Break out the ruler, okay? Let's check this out. How big we talking? All right, let's keep watching though. So I knew you wouldn't know me.
Jesus.
No thanks.
I knew you wouldn't recognize me.
What?
I know you're not live out here.
He said either I know you're not live out here or I know you're not lying. I think live. I think he's like, yeah, bro. Hey, I know you turned your stream off. I was watching. He's like, unless my Wi-Fi went out, unless my 4G just went out, I'm pretty sure that you just canceled your stream, okay, girl? And I thought this was the best opportunity to ask.
I'm a tier 5 subscriber to your Patreon. I know when you're live.
I'm sorry, I forgot my fedora in the car. Okay, I couldn't tip it to you.
I mean, thank God he was wrong, right? Like, unless this was a video she recorded, but golly. What a nut, dude. I knew you wouldn't recognize me. A great, like, which you get, there are certain questions a person can ask themselves throughout the day to make sure, am I making the right choice here? But if you knew you wouldn't be recognized by this person, that was a weird way just to, like, I don't even know if he said, hey, just, hey, can I take you out to dinner?
Can we go out to dinner, girl? All right.
You don't recognize me?
This will only be the second time I've ever picked up a lady outside of a parking lot. And the first time was with chloroform, okay?
I'm surprised he didn't walk up and say, are you a size 14?
He's like, hey, smell this rag real quick. All right, let's continue.
Jesus. It's not the size. Oh my God.
What's my hanky smell like? Morg Pie, I don't know what other dramas she was in, but she was that one that put the green screen on her ass cheeks and streamed her Fortnite on
That's
it.
right.
You remember that? That was good. That was a good move. Solid move. Okay.
An entrepreneur.
Honestly. You know what Morg Pie could do, and I bet she'd make a lot of money. At least I know one guy that would
I know what, yeah.
Really into it, but she could start farting on those balloons, like I was saying, and posting that. You know what I mean? Imagine that. She would be the most wealthy balloon fetish farter ever. We could have
yeah. I think for the kind of people who are into that kind of thing, that's the kind of thing those people like.
If she gets on it in a year's time, there'll be enough content that we'll invite Dalton Pruitt back on, and we'll just do an exclusive episode where it's Morg Pie's fart catalog.
Oh, okay.
Rate different ones. Maybe she rips one in front of a guy at the gym. You know, it would have been cool if in response to this dude following her, she's like, oh no, I don't want any of that. And he's like, ooh, girl.
Yeah, I think that might backfire, Danny. I think I get where your head's at.
Out of that.
I think generally speaking, that might be a good idea. In this particular instance, that might be pouring gasoline on a fire.
Something like that. Something like that. Let's see if she escapes.
Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, wait.
We're covering her beautiful face, Kevin.
There we go.
That was real. That was not a joke, bro. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Did you see that? Hold on.
Yeah, I would get a jaw going too. It's like, normally I would berate the lazy streamer for their lack of content, but in that instance, like I would probably be saying a combination of, did you just see that? What was that? And then also decide to run. So 0 notes. Keep the live stream running. You are currently in danger. Maybe get a jaw going. Well done. Well done.
All I've got to say is, if you're going to advertise your biggest woo-miss or whatever, then, you got to expect that there's going to be a couple, Uncle
Womb
Tom's
Raiders, yeah.
hitting you up in the fucking parking lot, okay? What do you think? Okay? Cause and effect, okay? Action and reaction. Equal and opposite, right? Isn't there some, what's the science thing?
Oh, yeah. Something about Sir Fig Newton did a thing. I think he dropped a fig on the ground to prove
the laws of perversion, people. Okay. You jiggle your boobies and there's going to be some bald, graying, disgusting man. And yes, I said bald because he's probably bald. I mean, we're good balds, but the guy, the creepy dude that's like going to come up to you in the parking lot, probably also bald. That's unfortunate for us.
Yes, talking about alchemy. Yes. No, it's just like, you need us good balds. We're the ones that keep the bad balds from getting in.
Right. Keep that in mind, folks. Okay.
We're the bad balds. They're just the worst. They're worse balds.
All right. You want to get into the drama then? Let's get into the juice. Okay. Juicer Magoosers, folks. We knew all along. That's what you're here for. That's what the post, the thumbnail says. That's what the title says. Okay. We knew about Creator Clash all along, folks. You didn't know? You didn't think we knew? We knew. Okay. We were in the back chatting with AB and Lena and that guy from that fucking Do Not Worry podcast or the H3 After Show podcast, whatever you want to call it. But check this out, okay? This is the start of our Anisa drama. But I thought this was just such a fun little thing here, okay? AB and Lena accused of knowing that idubbbz content cop would be about Ethan before its release. Check this out.
Look, since it's already on Reddit, do I just come out and say it?
Oh, I know this guy.
I may have heard.
Millhouse.
I may have heard. I may have heard from someone, and it was not. I did not hear it from the organizers, by the way. I can tell you that. But AB and Lena may or may not have known about the content cop being about Ethan before it came out, and they lied about it.
Holy
to his face, and pretended not to know about it when it dropped. Here's a better clip for you guys, Reddit. Here's a better clip for Reddit. AB and Lena knew. There it is. It's live. I can't take it back now.
So let's just think about this after all of our coverage of this Creator Clash stuff and content cop stuff and yada yada. Okay. Let's believe him. And let's say that, so what he's claiming essentially is that Ethan Klein's crew members, AB and Lena, who are associated with the Creator Clash, which we've talked about, and Lena dropped out, they knew prior to the drop of the content cop that it was going to be about their boss, and they decided not to tell him, not to say anything, and lied when it came out and everybody was surprised and yada yada. So how revealing is that, Kevin? Do you think that makes a difference?
I'm a bad person to ask for this one because I'm more concerned with why this guy has tucked himself so deeply into the corner of this room. Like there is no space between his desk and that wall.
You don't like that? Looks like a good little setup there.
I just wish his stepdad would let him have his own room instead of putting him in this closet that he's in.
It does kind of look like your like teenage bedroom, doesn't it? It kind of looks like
mine. Mine looked a lot cooler than this, but yeah, I get what you're going for.
There's like Pokeballs on the wall and fucking you've got your Homer Simpson clock, but
I never pretended to skateboard, so I would not have skateboards on the wall. But the alien mat was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, easy for me to say it's not a big deal. It's not my production team. Maybe you might think if you were Ethan, that would be an issue, but I don't believe this dude. For somebody who
Gotta
before
stir
today,
it, Kevin.
I had never seen a clip of. I'm not just going to see some bearded dude who clearly needs to come home. By the way, I could see that hairline through the tufts that he was trying to flop over. This is the first time I've seen this alleged smart guy on my screen. I'm not just going to believe it. You can't just trust me, bro. The first time I've ever seen you. No, I have no idea who this person is and why I should believe anything he has to say or who his sources might be. But yeah, I guess, man, what a life, dude. What a life to just have to cover only that.
Multiple times a week. Multiple times a week. Like, he's so entrenched, and this is kind of my thoughts about it. He's so entrenched in this Ethan Klein hate thing that it's like now it's at the point where everything has happened. You know, he did the debate with Hassan, which was like kind of the big thing people were waiting for. There's been a content deputy or whatever, so they've talked about the cop again. You know, like, it's running out of steam is basically what I'm saying. So guy that only does coverage on the H3 podcast now has to think of what ways can I drum up more. What's another reason I can come out here and do another show? Oh, let's say that AB and Lena knew. Of course, either way, like, they're going to say no. They're not going to say, yeah, I knew. They're just going to say no and stick to no anyways. I don't know why they would admit to it, even if they did know. But again, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. It's like, Harley was on their show talking about it anyways and said that he had messaged AB kind of hinting about it or whatever.
Yeah, but Harley's full of shit at this. He has proven himself to be full of shit at this point. So I don't trust anything that comes out of his mouth either.
Oh yeah. Is there a revelation there that I don't know?
What was it? Was it on like a Nick Diorio call or something? He admitted he lied to Tommy C because Tommy C is a bad person. So I just lied to him or something. Cause I can't be asked to remember the details of these kind of things, but
interesting.
It was something evolving. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, how am I supposed to? I don't care, but why would I trust anything that he says after he has been caught admitting I lied to this person because I don't like him? Why would I tell him the truth? Like, he didn't have to go out of his way to lie to somebody. He could have just not responded to a DM. But for your defense to be like, oh yeah, well, I lied. I just lied about that because fuck that guy. It's just like, well, also fuck you then, idiot. Like,
well, yeah, you know,
can't wait to root for you.
We're in questionable waters here when we're talking about, you know, these I mean, Harley says it himself all the time. You can't trust any of these creators out here.
Yeah, a fisherman always spots another fisherman.
So speaking of creator clash, though, whether Lena and AB knew or not about the content nuke or content cop, oh my gosh, there's so many contents. Whether they knew about the content cop, which caused the destruction of the creator clash in the first place, we do not know. But here is another creator clash contender, a fighter, talking about the drama and what has been going on. And I just love hearing like these insights from people that are, you would think are on the inside, but they don't even, it seems like the people involved have no idea what's going on. The lack of communication has been crazy. The decisions have been questionable to them. I mean, everything. So also keep an eye on the chat in this clip because it's funny. They all hate H3 so much.
Dystope Ian is a pretty good username.
I like that.
Well done.
Okay. But here, let's listen.
As Ian and Ethan are now doing this YouTube battle against each other, going through this drama war, Creator Clash is receiving a lot of collateral damage.
See, it's so funny. Everyone's saying like, "Oh, I hate H3." How H3 actually got Creator Clash to get some negative air. They see this is like idubbbz made a video about them.
Yeah,
the founder of Creator Clash made a video about these other people who are creating drama. They, so I'm saying like this is like this thing
and
where
it's like I'm not gonna.
before he goes into it, I do just want to say that, like, yeah, the people that are this closely involved to the thing can admit that that is a fucking stupid move. Something that Ian and Anisa, I feel like, have we heard them say that, like, that maybe this was a bad idea? Obviously, we heard them say that they bailed out, you know, and they're not a part of it anymore or whatever. But have they admitted yet that, like, oh, maybe doing a creator clash, I mean, a content cop while I'm trying to do the creator clash and causing all that drama is not a good idea, especially with somebody like Ethan, of all people, who is like already closely involved in everything. These people know. They're like, duh, obviously that would be a bad look to do. But somehow this logic here evades Anisa and Ian, and I don't really know how. Or they just made the decision like that.
Dude, he hasn't unlocked knowledge yet or logic. Are you kidding me?
Right. It
took 3 decades to get a fraction of his empathy meter filled up. Are you kidding me?
Is this like Oblivion, where you have to you level up the skills by doing it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
He hasn't leveled up his critical thinking too far.
Dude couldn't speech check his way through a 15% check, dude. No way. He's just, I love that. My silence means something.
But let's
I'm just
listen.
not sure what.
Yeah, right.
To tell Ian what to do. It's not my place to be like, Ian, maybe you shouldn't like do that, because the rest of us might kind of catch the strays from it.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time,
props to him, but it kind of absolutely is your place to say that. If you're going to go get hit in the head a bunch of times so that this dude can make money, I do think you have enough ground to stand on to say, hey, dude, what the fuck?
Like, I don't necessarily think he's wrong for not saying anything, but certainly what you're saying, like, he is in the place, if anyone is, to tell them and criticize what they're doing. When you're involved, I feel like you're the perfect person to look at them and be like, yo, like, how are you gonna market this exactly? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, how's this
like,
help
wait,
any
what
of
about
us?
What about the Jewish guy that's like almost the headliner? And what about the chick that's like part of his crew that's fighting? And you're trying to start shit with that? I mean, like, it makes sense that, yes, you would be the guy to tell them that that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, dude, okay, thanks for cutting us all off at the knees. Appreciate that, boss. But hey, at least you ran away afterwards to leave us to deal with it. Great guy.
It's like it feels like Ian and I we're friends walking down a sidewalk, and he gets stung by a wasp, and he's like, oh, and he looks up and there's a wasp nest there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a wasp nest. And he pulls out a bat and he runs up and hits that wasp nest and comes back. He's like, ha, I showed that wasp nest. And I'm like, uh-oh. And all the wasps come flying out and they start stinging us, both of us. Mostly him, because he was but I'm like I'm getting stung. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't come on this walk to get stung by wasps. Why'd you go hit the wasp nest? Yeah. And
so he's literally he's describing Ian as a psychotic man that would, for some reason, beat down a wasp nest next to his friend.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect. It's to a T. He couldn't have asked for a better example here.
That would have been a good bit for Ian to do for the content cop.
Would have been a much better start.
You
to
know,
the content cop.
Like an intro to him going up and just fucking taking a baseball bat to a wasp nest and then running away from this swarm. Or I mean, not even running away. Maybe the accurate.
He could have been boxing him.
Yeah, exactly. He tries to fight him maybe, and then he comes back looking like a, inflated version of himself. But
love this.
Hit the wasp nest, Ian.
And he's like, all right, the only thing to do here to protect you is to run away. And so he runs away. And now I'm like, I'm just, okay, I guess they're following him, but I'm still kind of getting stung here. Not really what I signed up for. Yeah. So it's a little bit of that. So over the weekend, Ian came out and announced that him and Anisa are completely leaving Creator Clash. Whoa. They are ceding all of control, all of their ownership over the event, all behind the scenes, privately and publicly. They have nothing to do with Creator Clash now. So I literally just had a meeting with all the fighters over a Zoom call and the new management of the whole.
So yeah, there you go. Just another person. I mean, we saw the Freddie Wong thing. We've heard Harley, obviously, and what little Lena has said on H3. But it does seem like the consensus behind the scenes is that Ian and Anisa, dummies.
Breaking news. Hang on. Yeah, I have a thing for this.
Breaking news. Ian and Anisa Jomha, dumbasses. No, you can take that one down. Okay. But yeah, like holy Christ, dude. And I mean that story he gave about the wasp nest, and then they just run away and leave them high and dry. I mean, I think that is absolutely valid. I think I said it before, but I'll say it again. Like, what fucking losers to make the decision to launch this fucking content cop and then bail from their event. Like, you couldn't just press your fucking heels in, dig your heels in, grin and bear it through the event, you know, ride with your shit that you started. You couldn't ride with it because after this one, if you said, oh, I relinquish it, it's too much, it's been too much drama, fair. But these motherfuckers were actively involved and actively made the decision to fucking blow it up like this. And then they bail. Like, what fucking spineless freaks? I just think that it's fucking unforgivable. Unforgivable, especially after the last one that you fucking handled was an absolute sham. You fucked it up completely. And then this time you just run. Like, it's just cowardly, spineless, terrible, stupid, everything.
Yeah, should have run before. Should have run after the second one. But yeah, that's very dumb. I just can't get past it. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. The self-owning like that. It is Olympic levels. The amount of dumb decisions they've had to make in a string to get to here. Jet sitting on the garden hose is great for taking out the nest. You know what I've heard? Once you get them away, if you put up a fake wasp nest, that for whatever reason, like they won't want to be too close to each other.
They're that smart.
So if you decorate your house with a fake wasp nest, I hear that will keep. Now I don't know if they'll buy it if they're already
like
established.
Scarecrow nest.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that could be it.
Gosh, Kevin's just out here fucking Mr. Fix It, okay? Fix your wasp problem right now. First, you take a bat to it, you run away, let your friends get stung, and then you put up a fake one so they don't come back.
Exactly.
But so here is Anisa, okay? This is kind of separate from all of this drama we've been talking so far. Okay, here is Anisa. She's flexing on the haters. I really feel like she's kind of sending signals maybe to people like Kevin. I feel like, not me, of course, because I'm married, but the haters out here, okay? Plus, I'm not as much of an Anisa hater as Kevin is, okay? It's okay to find me attractive and still hate me. I know it's confusing for some of you. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone, okay? Kevin.
I do not doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. So I've been hearing.
Just what I mean, and after everything I just said, you know, how spineless and fucking stupid they are and this whole creator clash nonsense, this is the kind of like, this is their reaction, you know, this is the kind of things that they decide to say in reaction to their criticism and their constant fucking beating on Twitter. It says she copes with one like this. Like this is just so cringe and cope, dude. It's okay to find me attractive, haters. Okay, I know I'm still sexy. It's like, holy Christ.
Reading the room is a foreign language for these two.
I think she's still actively an OnlyFans girl. I don't know for sure, but that was definitely a thing. That was definitely a thing before. Now look at this top comment. What if we find you attractive and like you? And she says, a person of culture. I mean, oh my god. What is exactly what is this obnoxious thirst trap?
This is crazy. You guys are berating me for my bad business decisions. It's okay. I know it's just because you think I'm hot. This is parking lot creep levels of self-confidence. Where it's just like, dude, I am so happy for you that you can be that confident in yourself, but somebody might want to let a little air out of the balloon for your own good.
So here was Ethan Klein's
Creator
response.
smash.
Creator smash. I like it. I think Connor's on to something. Okay. Drop this whole shit, especially you know that they're into a little upside down pineapple action. Okay, I know that like they're doing some third wheel shit with Hassan, where they're spending the night at his house and blah blah blah. I know what they're into, and Connor's got it exactly right, dude. Okay, next year, creator smash. Okay, you're gonna see Ian fucking Anisa. You're gonna see fucking your denims getting fucking barebacked by Mike from PA.
Oh God. Yeah, right, dude. Women do not let that guy touch them. I've seen it.
You're gonna see Hassan dicking down a whole fucking group of Houthi pirates. His
while wearing a maid
orgy.
costume. Yeah. That one will be a lot of fun, actually.
We called it. We broke.
Please stop manifesting.
Right? You know it. But yeah, no, this was Ethan's response. It's okay to find me attractive and still hate me. I know it's confusing for some of you. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone. Exactly, dude. Harley Morenstein could really smash a creator or two if you catch my drift.
Oh, he's already got the mustache for that kind of work.
They could do.
I mean that as a compliment.
And they do like their various kinks, okay, in their creator smash. And Harley could be the food guy, you know. Some people are like feeders and like into the food thing in the bedroom, you know. You could get Harley out here with, you know, make an epic mealtime of somebody's ass.
Harley,
you know what I mean?
Versus Amber Lynn Reed.
Oh, geez Louise. So yeah, Anisa posts all this cringe. So there's that. I mean, this is so fun to laugh at, you know. And this one really cracked my shit because there's a friend of the show. His Twitter handle is Elander, I believe. And he's a smaller account on Twitter, just like we are. And we happen to follow each other. And I saw this. Anisa responds to some of the hate. She says, "Is this why bi women are in my DMs?" And you see Elendor 90 here. He says, Noah Samson looks like Anisa with a mustache disguise. Changed my mind. Okay. And you could see that. I mean, like, this isn't even like she found this. She was like searching like her name or like something to find this, because one of these 7 likes on a lender's post here, which, I mean, it's a good post. Shouts out to him. He needs more likes. But one of those likes is me. It's me. One of those is me. That's our homie. Yeah, Kanga, you know. One of these likes is me. So, like, my point in bringing this up is not only that she's pathetic and responding to shit like this, but that she's got to be looking for it. 238 views on this post, Kevin. 238 views on this post when she fucking screenshotted it. She's got to be fucking absolutely obsessed with what people are saying about this creator clash stuff and her online.
Makes a lot of sense. It's awfully hard to run an event when you're searching your own name on Twitter.
Yeah, I guess.
Man, what this is. Hey, we all like to make jokes about, touch grass, you know, chronically online. But to me, searching for yourself, searching your own name on social media platforms is like that. You need to talk to somebody, I think.
Yeah. Talk about fucking get some help. You're telling Ethan to go fucking search therapy,
because you ain't gonna find anything good anyway, right?
What the fuck are we doing?
People like you enough. They're saying nice things to you. They'll probably tag you. You probably got enough also hate in posts that, like, you would think for somebody who gets in as much online arguments as she does, that she would have plenty in her own notifications to sift through. That the fact that you would want to take time out of your day to search your own name to find more stuff to get pissed off about is just like, I just feel like that's the wrong kind of dopamine hitting your system or something. Like you're a crack addict for Twitter at this point.
Check out this thread at the top here too. She says, "Is this why bi women are in my DMs?" And this Mr. fucking fucko over here, Mr. Perry, leftist, free Palestine, he, him, construction worker, shouts out, free Palestine. But he says, "This is not the insult he thought it was. Not gonna lie, Noah Q." And then Anisa says, "Wait, was this meant to be an insult? I just realized it could be taken that way." And Mr. Fucko says, he thought he was cooking. Give me a fucking break, lady. Okay? Like, I mean, come the fuck on. What? You didn't realize this was meant to be an insult. No, you knew exactly what it was meant to be. Okay. And now we're playing this game where it's like, oh, wait, what? Really, as a compliment. I didn't know that they were, what? Like, this is cringe to levels that I can't even articulate. You know what I mean? Like, what in the absolute fuck? Also, very correct what Elendor said here.
You know what I think? I think this was her subtly letting Noah know that Ian would gladly sit in the chair.
Right.
I think that's what's really going on here.
This is her pineapple moment
like,
to Noah.
Here's an attractive man. Yeah, because
she's calling him hot.
Anisa seems like the kind of chick who would Pat Bateman look at herself in the mirror. Right now, first of all, her and Ian are in a position that some people refer to as the Amazon. And so Anisa would be standing in that situation, and she's probably flexing in front of a full body mirror. And then when Ian is about to cry and go to the bathroom, she pulls out the coat hanger and says, "We're not finished yet." Sorry, that got a little too far. But I imagine Anisa would be the kind of girl who would just have Noah shave his mustache so she could finally know what it would feel like to fuck herself. Maybe I'm wrong there.
This was meant to be an insult. So she is. I mean, you're right. She's subtly telling him, like, yeah, I think Noah's hot. This is a subtle invitation to be like, hit me up in the DMs, Noah. You know, we'll invite you over to the play. We'll come over to your free Palestine stream. We just got to turn it off for a couple hours while Ian and I hang out. You know, we'll be the last guests for your stream that night. Okay. By the way, we need a place to stay when we come.
Not Ian. He'll sleep on the couch.
Yeah, it's like, as long as you have a chair for Ian, he'll be fine. But I've got to crawl into bed. You know, it could be occupied. I just have to crawl into bed at night, okay, or else I can't sleep.
You just have to leave a door open. You can watch from the hallway.
This was meant to be an insult. What? That I look like a boy with a mustache? Oh, but yeah, no. Shouts out
Good
to
mustache.
Elendor here. I mean, it's still in the same. It's just funny to me. It's still in the same. It's not like this tweet went viral or anything, you know. This is just like some normie posting about Anisa on Twitter, and she's finding this. Now it's 415 views, but still.
Let's go.
Still.
Yeah, it's because she's stealing. Look at that. Stealing clout.
She's stealing his valor. Yeah, she stole the whole thing. Nobody's even going to go look at it now.
Never heard of a quote tweet before?
You
Anisa,
bitch.
Come on.
You fucking bitch.
Complete, absolute awful behavior. That could have led to an $11 check from Elon if you hadn't done that.
If anyone knows about the clout game, it's them. Like, how unfair of them to constantly be exploiting the clout route and not give a little, you know, rub. I mean, Anisa should be used to giving a little rub and tug every once in a while. She should give the rub to our boy Elendor. You like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we've got some clips of them coping on their podcast. Now, Their podcast, not an emotional dumping ground. Okay.
That's right.
You
That's
know
right.
that Ian doesn't like that. Okay. Podcasts aren't an emotional dumping ground. Okay. Their podcast isn't called She Ruined My Career or anything. Don't think about it too hard. All right. We got Rose here. She says, literally the two most punchable people on the planet, but for two completely different reasons. It's incredible, really. Listen to this clip. This is them talking about all of the drama and stuff that has been going on recently. So let's take a ride with Anisa. She'd like that.
None of it, really interesting that none of it, because back in the day, it would have really upset me.
Oh God, here we
combination of
go.
therapy and
Here we
drug.
go.
So this is, I mean, like I just showed you that tweet. So this is kind of like the same energy. Okay. We're this is a theme here. Oh, the haters. I didn't even, the haters affect me so little. I don't even realize they're haters. I thought they were lovers. Okay. What? They're haters.
I could see how she would conflate the two.
Drugs. But even Ethan, like on his podcast, talking about me putting stuff in your oatmeal or saying that
I thought she was going to say in his ass.
whatever he's saying.
Right.
None of that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm invincible. I don't, and maybe it's because I don't really care what my internet, like I don't really, I'm not here to seek a career online.
So she's not here. She doesn't care what her internet persona is like. I mean, that's clear. I'm not here to make a career online. I wonder what she does now then. You're not a promoter. I mean, it doesn't, I mean, what do I care, I guess, but it's just interesting to think about. Like, you're not a boxing promoter now. That is out the window. You fucked that up. Supposedly she's going to tell us here in a little bit that she's not involved with the content cop at all. So she's not, producing or writing or anything. So she doesn't care about her internet persona. So does that mean no OnlyFans too? There's no more of that, which is cool. I mean, cool for her, whatever. I don't care what she does, but, I'm X to doubting. I'm doing a Kevin and I'm X to doubting this whole, I don't care about I'm not going to seek a career online. It's like, what are you doing then? Are you flipping burgers at McDonald's? Because I think that's not true. Like Ian is still having to make some bread for you guys on his dumb channel. Okay. He's going to have to follow up that fucking 7 mil content cop with something good here to keep the fucking food coming, So she's lying anyways. I don't care about my person. I don't care about my profile online. You should.
I mean, we just disproved that in the last segment. I mean, see everything we just said about screenshotting and posting a tweet with 238 views to disprove any notion that she doesn't care about what's being said about her online.
Ascendant being Anisa here telling us how she doesn't care about the haters.
Back to the alchemy.
Yeah, right.
Really anymore. I mean, like I'll do the podcast with you and I like to post pictures or whatever, but like I don't.
Clearly, she likes to post pictures. We saw that. Okay, we saw the pictures. Thanks for reminding us, though.
I genuinely don't care, and I don't know if that's why.
Right? There really isn't.
He can't even
remember
lie.
Like doing content cops and stuff. There was this sense of the internet has like picked a winner.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. There's a winner and there's a loser.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think once you kind of ascend past that idea where it's like, yeah, I'm like definitely a loser too.
So they know. He's aware. I'm like definitely a loser to some people, but I don't care. This is the most fucked up. I mean, isn't this like some weird kind of like in your bubble logic too? To be like the haters, the criticism that I'm getting, I don't care what the fuck they say, okay? I only care about the people that are telling me that I'm the best and that this is the greatest fucking thing that I've ever done. And thank you for lambasting shitting on your friend, Ethan, or whatever. The people that are the haters, I don't care. I don't take their opinion.
They're uncultured.
I get it, I guess. They don't take the opinions of their haters They can't take any criticism. They can't own up to any kind of fault, especially with this creator class shit. They're just pussies that are gonna run away.
They're just out here casting pearls amongst the swine. All right, can't be bothered. They don't, they're not getting down. They don't care about the opinions of these hogs.
To like a huge swath of people online.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really care to be a winner in their eyes.
I don't care.
In your eyes.
Okay. So all your fans and people that have been, having your back over the years, there's probably some people that bought tickets to the Creator Clash fucking bullshit because of Ian, because they like Ian. And I'm sure that there are some people in that bunch that are critical of him, but fuck them.
There are a ton of instances in this life, Danny, where I find myself thinking, if you have to say it, I don't think that it's true, right? Like the people who genuinely don't give a fuck about how they are perceived online, I just don't see a lot of clips of them just repeating that notion over and over again. It's almost as if they don't fucking care about it, so they're not always talking about it. Weird. It's almost as if somebody comes up and starts bragging to you about how humble they are. Like, well, I don't know that you meet the criteria here. I think you might just be deluding yourself a little bit.
So here's another one from Rose. It says, look at Anisa's face from 32 seconds onward. She has the audacity to say that she had nothing to do with the content cop and didn't even watch it. And then Rose also says, even though she was filming the gay dance intro, which, dude, this just cope from Anisa on levels I've never seen before. But she doesn't care about what we have to say or think. So fuck us.
Dude, imagine your wife publicly stating she didn't watch your video. Like, damn, like not even for the AdSense. Like, you can't even just let it run in the back.
Like that's I'm not watching this shit.
Wow, dude. This is like Ian's softball league in her eyes. She's not even like, I'm not gonna fucking what do I care? What am I gonna do? Go support my husband? No.
So let's
I got photos to take.
I'm the happiest I've ever been. I know people are like, cope, but I truly am genuinely the happiest I've ever been.
We did the thing. We did the thing that they wanted us to do. We're so gullible, dude. We're such idiots. They got us hook, line, and sinker. Look at that.
Genuinely, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Genuinely.
We fell right into their trap, Danny. We're such shills and idiots, dude. Anisa is playing 4-dimensional chess, and you and I are still trying to put our checkerboards together. This is crazy. They are usually the puppet master in these situations, and case in point, look at that. Dance, little puppets. Little bald puppets.
That's right.
Life right now, I feel so freed. Just the idea that like we don't have to be silent. The being silent was fucking it's like soul crushing.
Did it mean something?
Yeah, I didn't realize how important that was to me and I think us.
This is another part of this whole conversation that I love so much. You can tell throughout this that Ian might be closer to what Anisa's trying to describe here. Ian might not actually care about what these people are saying or saying anything about it at all. He might not actually care. I could kind of get that from his attitude here and the way he's speaking. But because Anisa cares and cares so much that now he has to care. He even like corrects himself. He's like, I cared. And then he's like, well, we cared. Because like, yeah, you can't fool us, idubbbz. We can tell that Anisa is like, we have to speak up. We have to say something. Fuck Ethan Klein. Fuck that guy. She's in the background fucking, oh my God, can we get Hassan? Let's go over and let's see if he'll let us stay the night in the crib, okay? And we can make a good video.
I just love how many times this show provides us opportunities of Ian discovering new thought processes and emotions live. Like it's like watching a child grow up and it stubs its toe for the first time. You're like, ow, this hurts. And then you're trying to explain to him what pain is. He's like, I never once thought about it. It's like he's having some big internal discovery every 5 minutes. I love it. He's almost conscious.
Here, I'm gonna go back just a slight bit.
It's like soul crushing.
Yeah, I didn't realize how important that was to me, and I think us in general is,
didn't realize
feeling like we can't fucking like we have to, I don't know, like censor ourselves for the, for other people, for
constantly censoring ourselves
Yeah.
for other people.
It's like you can hear him explaining, and she is like following up with how she actually feels. She's like, seriously, they wouldn't let I needed to speak.
Let me speak on Cameo for $10.
yeah, and it's hard. I just don't think we're that personality type.
No,
I don't
definitely
think
not
we're.
me.
Yeah.
You're more that way than I am.
Yeah, are we allowed to separate ourselves from the mind meld at any point, or have we just become one?
I can't imagine speaking this way to people with my wife,
It's very odd. Yeah, I can confirm that. I don't know that I've ever heard Danny just like speak for his wife in the sense of a unit. Like, well, we feel this way.
Well, let me tell you how we feel about the situation, okay?
Well, we had a briefing, and this is the messaging my wife has approved me to go with.
Like, what the fuck, dude? I've never heard this kind of shit.
Personality type.
No. Definitely not me.
Yeah.
You're more that way than I am.
Even she's kind of like,
it was hard for me, for sure.
Yeah.
For you, it was kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Dude, she is always find little ways to shit on this dude. I mean, for me, it was tough. It was nothing. He just tried to walk the company line and say, well, yeah, I didn't realize.
Right. He's trying to throw in with her, and she's like, no.
And then she just buries him, like she's doing our fucking job for us. Say, no, you didn't, I cared. You didn't. And it's just like, you motherfucker. You're such a weasel.
It is a good question too. It's I mean, you saw that clip of Anisa being like, talking about
on a leash.
You saw that clip of her, that old clip of her talking about the Holocaust or whatever, and like what they did, what the Nazis did or whatever, and blah blah blah. And that was one that she let slip up. So if you really think about it, I wonder what she is like. What kind of crazy things is she thinking up behind the scenes? She's like, I gotta keep my mouth shut. I can't say this.
Imagine Thanksgiving, with like Anisa is the crazy uncle that you wish you could avoid on the holidays, or just like, dude, she just doesn't shut up, man. Imagine what she says when she's fully comfortable to be herself and there's no filter. I cannot imagine. Like Chris says, and those jabs, like Ian has to be a broken man.
Yeah.
Like it's
Dude, years of this.
No, he doesn't have his own thoughts anymore.
Years of this, she's like just constantly like emasculating him, speaking for him or whatever. Fucking who knows what's going on behind the scenes. That actually wasn't the whole thing though. She had another part that I also thought was hilarious right below here. Let me pull that up.
Dude, all the hits, man.
Dude, it's full. Their entire pot. Like we could probably go and watch the whole thing and just be. I mean, it would take us 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours to get through one of their fucking podcasts.
So you guys thought the content cop reaction took a long time.
This shit is way more pathetic, dude. Rose says here, she had no clue what Ian was making, guys. She was just being a trad wife. No clue, and she didn't give a shit about the video, guys. What a pathetic lying whore.
A bit strong on the dismount, but
there you go.
I might not disagree.
But listen to this shit. Holy cope.
But it's the thing with like the content cop and the content deputy is like Ian like no life to that shit. Like he was just like on the computer every day, all day. And I was just like,
If I believed in body language analysis, I'd be tearing this to shreds right now. She's doing things like avoiding eye contact of both Ian and the camera, self-soothing of her own leg.
Look
There's
at him.
Ian looks like if he could right now, he would sink through the floor and transport into another dimension. But again, this is pseudoscience, so don't, let's not read into it unless we want to.
Watch Ian here, and he is literally, I can tell what their relationship is. It's like a mother and her annoying fucking kid, okay? That's what this relationship is. That's how they deal with each other. That's their chemistry or whatever. Because Ian is like the fucking your 8-year-old that you're going to do something important, like you're going to a doctor's appointment or whatever, and you're like talking to the person at the counter as the adult, and you're like, okay, Ian, shut the fuck up, okay? Be quiet and sit over there. And he's that kid. He is that kid that was just told to shut the fuck up and be good, okay? And look at him.
But it's the thing with like the content cop and the content deputy is like Ian like no life to that shit. Like, he was just like on the computer every day, all day. And I was just
he's rubbing his nose on the mic. He's like acting like he might as well be in another fucking place. He might as well be in another room at this moment. He is so disinterested.
Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from here.
Get me the fuck out of here, right?
just like cooking and like I was trad wifing it up.
Ooh.
I was like, I had beautiful dinners for you every night. I brought you down lunch. I was cleaning the house. I was keeping it.
It was awesome.
Locking it down so he could just
Ian.
He says it was awesome. You know what this rings to me, what rings true through this for me as well. It was awesome means that it means that Ian has been doing the laundry and the dishes and mowing the lawn or whatever. He's been doing it. He does it. He does it while Anisa takes pretty pictures of herself in the bathroom. That's what it is. That's what this is.
They're a DoorDash family.
She's in there fucking putting on makeup or whatever. And Ian's the one that's got to go do all the chores and make sure he's the workhorse. That's what she makes him do, for real. Because in this instance where he was working hard on something, he's face down in the computer or whatever, doing the content cop. She's trad wifing it up. And he's like, thank God. Fine. It was great when she was cooking dinner and folding the laundry. For once, she was doing something. I mean, that's how it seems to me, at least. They can't stand each other.
I do. I agree with Kang here. I feel like this is one of those marriages where they are going to be the last two to realize that it's been over for a long time. And we just all, unfortunately, have to bear witness of its unraveling.
Let's listen to the rest of this.
Ian, you need to get out of there, bro. She's fucking ruining, bro. She's fucking ruining you, bro.
Run.
No, dude.
Seriously, dude, you really should run.
Isn't that interesting?
I think
that his producer.
We did it again. We're dancing puppets. Oh, you caught me. Sick burn, dude. You saw it. Aren't we so predictable? We're the big dummies who constantly find ourselves in the same situations. Oh yeah, what will the haters say next? Oh God.
They don't realize that old boy is trying to give him some earnest advice, man. He's like, no, seriously, Ian. Ian, get out of there, bro.
It down so he could just
Ian, you need to get out of there, bro. She's fucking ruining, bro. She's fucking ruining you, bro.
So funny.
Run.
For real. Dude, I like having a trad wife.
I actually loved it. I'm not gonna lie. I actually loved doing that because I had no clue what you were making or what you were doing or how it was coming together, and I didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
right, dude. I believe that.
We know she was there fucking petting Kaya or whatever, fucking Hassan's dog. She took a fucking photo shoot with it. And you're telling me you didn't know what they were doing there? You didn't know. You didn't know what they were doing at Hassan's desk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She
They
did
were
take
dancing
pictures
with
at
the
Hassan's,
L.
didn't she? That's right.
weird that you knew nothing. I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know how it was coming together. I don't know nothing. Well, I don't know nothing. I really don't know nothing.
Here, that was her contribution. Sleek said, "Here, Ian, use this sword."
Hey, I don't know what you're doing over there, but use this Nazi sword for it, okay? Use the swastika. Chris says Ian is going to realize one day that at the peak of his career, this woman came in and dragged him into irrelevance. Bro was hanging out with PewDiePie once upon a time.
I don't know, Chris. You don't think Post Malone's calling idubbbz anymore? I don't know. You're probably right.
He's not calling Ethan anymore either. He's hot. Is that nose your brown nose, Andy? Is that what that is?
Awesome. I didn't even watch. I still haven't watched it.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
But it's the thing with like
that's good. I love you not supporting my work, honey. I love that.
She's like, you spent only hours of your life pouring into this whole thing, really fighting for my valor, to be honest, because you know that this, like, he knows that she appreciates him going to bat for these people that he does. You know what I mean? The Denims, the Hassans, the whatever. God, just how full of shit can you be, dude? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing track of even what I'm saying because I'm just baffled by how stupid this is. I'm supposed to believe she knew nothing.
I believe it.
Jeez Louise. Chris says, I would like
wifing it up, dude.
I would like to know the real reason why Post won't talk to Ethan anymore. I think Post Malone was too famous for Ethan when they hung out. And then he was, I mean, like, look, it's like this. I mean, if I had to guess, if I had to speculate parasocially, you know, if I was going to do something like that, they were friends when Post was like not as clouded, obviously. And Ethan was probably, I mean, Post was like a YouTuber guy. Like he had posted different YouTube videos before and stuff. And he was into YouTube. You could tell. So I think he was just probably into H3. And then that's how they meet. And then he just becomes astronomically famous. I would lose time for him too, probably. Well, I mean, and you know, Chris might not be too far off with the label saying it's not a good look. I mean, I don't know really because I mean, he's the Budweiser guy, right? It's like, does he?
Yeah, you can't have a liberal audience, brother. What are you talking about? Can't be on one of them.
I mean, maybe you're on to something.
Podcasts where they talk about their emotions and feelings and stuff.
He can only hang
He's
out
making
with Kid
country
Rock.
albums now. He's got to be on the Theo Von podcast, and that's about it.
Right. I mean, yeah, there might be something to all that. We are 2 hours in, though. That means we are done, folks. Okay. Ooh. 2 hours and we're done. You heard us yap for 2, and we're about to get out of here. But first, we want to shout out all of you viewing today, whether you were a lurker or a chatter, because the chat was on fire today. Thank you all for chatting it up.
That's right.
Whether you're a lurker, you're a chatter, you're a rewind watcher, you're watching us after the stream, whatever it may be, we appreciate you. And this is the part where we go out and read some of your comments before we get on out of here. Also, I forgot to shout out today. I've been doing a bad job of that because we've been having these streams where we're reacting to like a 10-hour video. So let me shout out, by the way, too. Shout out to our members, Pest, Ass Cakes, Kangaloope, Rapid Danger, Headbug Inc., Kia Cat, and Sleek the Geek. These guys are members on YouTube. They support us monetarily, and that is great, and we appreciate that. But if you can't do that, leaving a like, sharing this to your friends, whatever you do will help. Okay, so we appreciate you. All right, so let's get at it, Kevin. Okay, At the top is Pest as usual, but then we've got Mel Seeley with the.
That's right.
That's like the Cheshire Cat, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I like that. But Mel, what's up, Mel? Mel.Seeley on Instagram. Check her out because she is one of our fine artists that we like to employ on this program. Shouts out to Mel Seeley. Thanks for tuning in.
Ooh, we have a new member to celebrate.
Whoa!
Thank you, sir, for the membership.
Corn.
We appreciate you, Corn.
Shouts out to Corn. Okay. Thank you, Corn. Headbug was here. Morning eggs. Glad you could be with us, Headbug. We're glad to show off the egg a little bit.
Ooh, freshly shaved, dude.
King was here. Okay. Hopefully he caught our running gag. We brought it back for today's episode. We shouldn't be joking about serious things like that. No Pearl Harbor jokes, no Holocaust jokes, no nuclear bomb jokes, no jokes. Actually, to be safe.
Yeah.
Just no jokes.
It's really hard to be funny anyway, and
right.
Some of us
and we're not most of the time.
Are very bad at it, so it's probably best just to avoid it altogether.
Right. We should maybe rethink this whole comedy thing, huh?
Oh, is that what we were doing? Oh, whoops, my bad.
Oh, you sound like Anisa now.
Oops, oh, my bad. I thought I was just here to dump my emotions and talk about the things I didn't get to bring up in therapy last week.
I don't know nothing. Okay, I don't know nothing. Hash shouting us out here in Ohio. Nice to see you, Hash. Always appreciate your viewership and your hanging out and your chats and all that, my friend. Appreciate you. V-Dub was here. Shouts out to V-Dub. V-Dub always, V-Dub is like a pseudo producer in the background. He's sending me stories every once in a while. Give us a good one, Kevin. Okay,
we've got a lot of great viewers in the chat. They say you got to do the hand thing. I say I don't do hand things. I'm just up here talking.
So there it is, folks. Maggot, thank you for watching. Man, Maggot, I had to say that you sharing me those Peepaw clips. I'm not a Peepaw hater. Whatever. I don't care. The guy's fine in my book. Whatever. But the idea did, like, at first when I started seeing the posts about Toxic was like saying, oh, I got a surprise on my stream. Peepaw is on his way or whatever. I thought Peepaw was going to visit Toxic, and I thought Toxic was like a 20-something-year-old guy, and he's about to hang out with Peepaw's fucking like 60-year-old ass. That kind of weirded me out. But then when I found out that it was actually Peepaw was driving to LolCow Live to be on their stream to ask Keemstar personally, or Boogie, I guess in this case, if he will unblock Toxic on Twitter. The whole thing is just cringe.
Oh, should I do that with Tipster?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next Tipster stream, okay, you guys text me, and then I'm going to drive to Tipster's, okay? Hopefully I get there before the stream's done. I'm going to knock on his front door, see if I can get in, and be like, dude, please, okay? Can you unblock us? All right?
Please. I'll do anything. Well,
I need to unblock.
Maybe anything. We'll
I should be driving to LolCow Live and asking on live air if I can get unbanned from Keemstar. Why haven't I done this yet? It's a good idea.
Honestly, we should have had our tryout show for the LolCow universe by
That's
now.
right.
We got a Trojan horse it, Danny. We'll pretend that it's in earnest, that we really want to do it. And then we'll just spend an hour making fun of them all until we get kicked out. It'll be great. Like and subscribe.
That's right. Kanga, speaking of which, thank you for being a 12-month supporter. That's crazy to think about.
That's incredible. We appreciate that.
you. I didn't even realize that we've been member-ified.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do it.
For that long.
Yeah, you could do that.
Wait, we have members?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I didn't know that. Poland's here. Executive producer Poland was here, and she asked, did Kevin really say that?
Definitely not. It was AI. Whatever I'm being accused of saying, it was AI. Poorly edited AI, I would say.
You did nothing wrong.
Never.
But shouts out to executive producer Poland Spring. Thank you for taking time in between slow pitches at softball to tune in and actually do your job and produce the show a little bit for once, for once. I mean, we've been flying producer list for like the past fucking 3 or 4 shows because there's somebody that just has to do the grass touching thing. I mean, fuck off.
Oh.
Seriously.
Sure would be nice to go outside every once in a while.
Shouts. Instead, I have to slave over the show all day because my goddamn producer is all fucking around. Okay.
You guys don't realize this is way harder than any real job you would ever do. So stressful.
I used to work a 40-hour job, but then I started doing this, and this is just exponentially harder to sit on my ass and scroll Twitter all day. I mean, fuck.
Dude. I wish I had a 9 to 5 sometimes. It'd be so much easier to just deal with the corporate doldrums.
Oh, boy,
because of the social battery. Yes, Sleek, exactly. You go to understand, okay? If you've never sat in a chair and run your mouth for 2 hours, you wouldn't understand it.
Ren's house was here. renshouse.com. Go check out some of Ren's stuff there. He does our little logo up there in the top right. The Clout Route eggs. We love Ren. Ren also another artist we love to support here. He said wrong numbers. We're supposed to be what's the numbers? It's 8647 or something.
Oh,
right? Wait, is that what we're talking about?
Did we talk about 86 a couple
is that
of
what
weeks
we're talking
ago?
about? How do you know? I like how they're using these people do seem like everymen when they're saying 86 it, because I know what that means. You know,
right?
We've all worked at a restaurant. You 86 something.
I wish we had all worked at a restaurant. This would be a much, much better society if everyone had been made to serve some asshole their food before. I think we'd all learn a little bit of grace and patience if we'd all been through that. But c'est la vie.
Let's see. Ren, I said, was here. Who is next to pop up on our little chat window before we get out of here? Sleek was here.
That's right.
He said
Sleek,
all
Sleek.
that riveter talk was riveting. That's right, Sleek. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Connor, our newest member. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up and seeing us. We love to see these in the chat. Okay. We love it. Okay. If you want to get a Trump impression from us, you just got to drop a couple of these in the chat. Then we got to bust it out. Okay.
Don't put 2 in there because then I'll know you're from the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. No 33s in the chat. Okay. I'm on to you.
Watch your numbers. Okay, folks.
Too many alchemists in the chat today.
Speaking of alchemists, did I shout out Harles? Shouts out to Harles, okay?
Good luck with that thorn bush. I'm gonna jump there. If you guys are real haters, you'd help me out with this buckthorn. I've never hated a human as much as I hate this plant without breaking TOS. It's a nuisance.
That's okay. You're allowed to call it whatever slur you want to call it, Harles, okay? We accept your slurs in our chat.
We don't have enough good derogatory term for plants, do we?
That's right. Yeah. I'm plant racist. That's for sure. I hate plants too.
You're all root, no flower.
Chris, Chris, you're not a fan of Anisa's thirst trap. Nice to see you though, Chris.
Oh no, we have been attacked by the Freemasons. Okay.
All right.
That's a lot of super chat. Okay.
Thank you for the money, folks, but I'm disavowing. Okay. There's good people on both sides. Okay.
Speaking of this, but thank you, Connor. That's insane. Thank you.
I guess we can shoot the show a little longer since Connor decided to drop us a 30.
We got to now. Yeah. You can't just leave on a tip like that. Come on.
Have you seen any of these Adam Conover clips of him going on Tim Pool? Adam Conover's that like Adam ruins everything guy. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Kevin, do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes. Yep. He ruins everything, including an episode of Joe Rogan. I hear.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet he did, but no, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But he went on Tim Pool. Tim Pool likes to have these like these I'll give it to, if he would take that goddamn beanie off, I would say hats off to Tim Pool, but he won't, so I won't. But at least Tim Pool will have like people of opposite opinion on his show. I hate Tim Pool. He's my least favorite. But at least he'll have like opposing viewpoints on his show and hash it out. And he had Adam Conover on, the Adam Ruins Everything guy. And the clip I saw, like I said, I haven't watched the whole thing, so I don't really know. But the clip I saw, they were talking about that how the Trump, where he said they're good people on both sides or whatever. I guess that's like a hoax that he didn't really say that. I had to look into that all way more. But Adam Conover made like a comment about like there's the good people on both sides thing. And Tim Pool's like, you fucking idiot. You don't even know that that's fake news. That's not even real. Look. And he like, he furiously types in this article. He's like, look, it fucking says it's not even true.
Tim Pool and Adam on the same podcast is worse than us.
Yeah, they had to be like the two just most unfortunate looking guys to watch argue ever. You'd be better off tuning into the eggs and watching me and Kevin go back and forth than watching those fuckos on Tim's fucking show. I mean, talk about like Poland used to say that she put fucking masking tape over the screen so she didn't have to see our faces. That's kind of maneuver I'm going to have to do if I'm going to watch that whole thing with Tim Pool.
Yeah, it was great feedback. Hard to take, but it was good feedback. We appreciate it.
But okay, so I was at Chris. Thank you, Chris, for watching. We appreciate you. Andy Zucchini was also here. We appreciate you, Andy, and I wish you luck. First off, I'm going to get a Bo Black's cameo that says, hi, I'm Bo Black's, and I really appreciate and love Andy Zucchini. Okay, because I know that she shares an appreciation for Bo Black's. And Andy, I wish you luck on teaching that man how to kiss or whatever it was that you wanted to do. Somebody needs to. I mean,
Bo
shit
Black?
the bed. Yes. Yeah, you were surprised. That's what I'm talking about.
Watch some movies, man. They'll tell you. They'll tell you.
Remember that clip of him on fucking whoever's shitter podcast where he was talking about how, yeah, this one time I got down during Sonic the Hedgehog and Tails was talking and she just got all over me.
Yeah, he did his Michael Scott 40-year-old virgin, and he was like, oh, yeah, when you grab a woman's breast and it's like a bag of sand.
He absolutely did.
Cool, buddy.
Buddy, that's right.
I thought he kissed a smelly girl. That is correct.
That's right. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, we appreciate all of you. Appreciate cha if I could speak. We appreciate all of you. We thank again Kanga and Connor for being a new member and a 12-month member, as well as all the other members out there. And we also appreciate Connor's slight. What is the 33? What's the 33? What's bad about the 33?
It's vital to your ascension, Danny. Okay, when you get to the 32nd degree, you have to take a test, give a little money, and then you meet God. Okay, you meet God.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you were
Well,
saying.
thanks for giving us 33 and making us one with God there, Connor. Corn. But anyways, we're gonna get out of here. Okay, we've blabbed on long enough. Okay, we're over the line. We're over the limit. So let me stop jabbing and get on out of here. Kevin, is there anything you want to tell the folks for this week? I will tease that if any of y'all are playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33, okay, I am now complete pretty much. I'm like in the end of it, the end game, trying to, do all the try hard stuff. But my buddy and fellow egg, James, and I will be discussing Claire Obscure Expedition 33 at some point, talking about all the goods and bads. It is Expedition 33.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting how that works, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's all connected.
Literally playing while I watch you guys. Well, hell yeah.
Oh, that explains it. That explains it. We are on the level right now, dude. We are right in the sweet spot.
Kevin, tell Chris where he can find us talk about Claire Obscure Expedition 33 when that finally happens.
You can find that over on the Dweeb channel, where our fellow egg, as Danny mentioned, James and I will be doing some streams. A bit of a wonky schedule, so now will be a good time for me to bring it up. We'll go over it on Monday's show, but James will be taking off, I think, on Wednesday. He'll be gone for a couple of weeks, so we will have live shows this week, and the following week, in lieu of our live shows, we'll be hitting you guys with a lot more videos. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe over there and turn the notifications on, because we'll try to hit the same release schedule, but it'll be different types of content coming out over the next couple of weeks. And if you're a fan of Andor, we have spent a whole lot of time talking about that over the last month or so. So head over there and nerd out with us dweebs if that is your thing. Dweeb with two D's. 2 D's on the front, all right? First D is silent. Don't worry about it. And/or what?
And/or what?
And/or like and
You
subscribe.
said and/or.
Yeah, exactly, right?
And then you kind of like stopped. You said and/or, and then I was wondering, like, and/or what?
It's like this is like the walkie-talkie bit. I'm never talking to you, and this is over. When this is what?
Over. over. All right, folks. We'll shut up now. Catch y'all later. See you on Dweeb. New video coming out soon too. Keep your eyes peeled. Later. And/or subscribe to this channel.
Thank you, Charles.